So, with that being said, when it comes to sales, what's the most important thing in a sales, in your opinion?
Okay, so in my opinion, I would say I would put sales equals success, first of all. So and here's why. You had to, if you're married, you had to sell someone on marrying you, right? Every day you have, if you're, I don't know, if I'm not married, I don't have kids yet, but from what I can see around my friends and cousins and family members who do have kids, they have to sell their kids on what to do a lot of the times, right? And they're going to say, no, they just tell their kid what to do. I'm like, no, man, your kid's screaming. He doesn't want to put the jacket on. You're, you have to sell your kid on putting the jacket on, right? You have to sell your wife on why you don't want to go watch like some romance movie and you want to go watch like a Marvels or Avengers movie, right? Or something like that. Or maybe sell her on where you want to go eat. So we're constantly selling nonstop. We just don't know it, right? Or on the other side, we're being sold, right?
Hmm.
So the two things though that I would say that make the most successful salespeople, the first one, and they kind of tie into each other. The first one's not giving up, right? So many people who have so much good potential in life and in sales, they just give up too early, right? The
Hmm.
second one is, I would say, is improving yourself.
So, self improvement.
Self improvement is a huge, huge, huge one, and I could take it in. We could just spend an entire podcast on just talking about this topic. And I don't, but the biggest issue that I see in sales, and this is when I'm training my own field, my own agents. I always tell them the biggest issue that I see in sales is that people don't take enough time to develop their skills, right?
Hmm.
And when I say sales skills, is like I know people who can sell cars, but they won't be able to sell what I sell, right? I know people who
Hmm.
can sell insurance, but they won't be able to sell a car or real estate. Not because of the passion, right? You do need to be passionate about what you're talking about, but because of the fact that they just don't have the sales skills that transfer over to industry, right?
Right. So, the fundamental sales skills.
Exactly, right? So, and nowadays in 2022, it's so easy to develop. When I started, I was reading books, right? I read The Art of Selling by Tom Hopkins, and I was listening to Brian Tracy audios. I had to go find them. You know, I didn't pay for them. Remember when we had LimeWire? I was risking my computer, right?
Back when that was the thing, I
Back when
remember
that was
that.
the thing, or
While
whatever.
people were downloading music, you were downloading audiobooks.
I was downloading Brian Tracy, right? Brian, if you ever watch this, sorry, I'll write you a check. um, but all kidding aside, that's what I was doing. But there in 2022, all you need to do is go on YouTube, right? If it's free, right? Back then, it was like hidden. You had to know where to look for it, right?
Right.
So I was risking my computer getting viruses to get it right, and I was like with my friends. When we were in college, I was like, he's like, hey, so did you find this audio? Yeah, I got this one. Oh, by the way, I got this one. And then eventually, my friend was in real estate. We had an entire, the three of us, between me, Brian, another Brian, not Brian Tracy, between me, Adam, and Brian, we had a huge Dropbox file with a lot of audios by different sales audios, right? And we'd be listening to them there. We'd be downloading them into CDs and putting them into our cars, right? This
Hmm.
is before Bluetooth connecting to your phone, right? So back then you could listen to like back now you could just like you don't we're like why would you download it on why would you bring it onto a CD if we have any of those Gen Z kids on there? They're like, what are you talking about, old man? Right? Versus like, then like the people a little bit older than us are like, oh, back in my day I had to put it on a cassette. Right? We had to like rewind it with a pencil. Like, I remember those days. I just never had to do it because I wasn't old enough. But yeah, so those are the two things: is not giving up and working on self improvement. Everything else, if you can just do those two, if you make a commitment not to give up and make a commitment to improving yourself, right? And they go hand in hand. You can't do one without the other. If you just give, if you don't, if you if you just keep trying, but you don't get better, you really give it up, right? If you're constantly getting better, you're not going to give up because you keep seeing the progress, right? It's like when you're playing a video game and every time you get to one stage further, you're like, okay, cool, I got to one stage further. Okay, cool, I got to one stage further. Okay, I got to one stage further. Everything else will come in once you do those two. All right.
Sup everyone, y'all just watched a clip from one of the episodes of the Side Hustler Society podcast. If you want to check out the full episode, you can click on the link in the description right now or click on the video that's showing in the end screen. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new and hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when another episode drops, and a thumbs up on this video is very much appreciated. I'll catch you in the next one.